What is up people, welcome back. So Bionano Genomics announced amazing Q2 earnings call. They had a very good quarter and plenty of look forward for the investors like us. So do I think that Bngo stock will hit $120 per share? To find that out, you need to watch this video until the end, okay? So today in this video, I'm also going to explain few highlights from the earnings call. I'm pretty sure most of you have already seen the earnings call, but I'm just going to take out a few very important things. So even though you have already seen the earnings call, I think it's going to be helpful for you. Before going on, let me say this: I'm not a financial advisor, so anything I say on this video should not be taken as financial advice. You have to do your own research before you invest. If you like this video, you know the drill. The red subscribe button is right here, and a big thumbs up will be appreciated, okay? Trading 212 link is down in the description. If you're from UK or any other European countries, you can get a free share worth up to £100 using Trading 212. Go through the link, register, and then deposit at least £1. You get one free share, I get one free share, which may be worth up to £100. And as always, investing early is the way to become rich. So the company reported total revenue of $3.9 million for second quarter of 2021, which was well above the Wall Street estimated $3.5 million. And that was amazing 226% year-over-year growth on revenue. If you have watched my previous video just before the earning, down in the comment section, I gave my projection, which was about 200% year-over-year growth on revenue. That was sort of easy, you know, because Bngo only had $1.8 million in the revenue for second quarter of 2020. So of course this quarter was going to be massive in terms of year-over-year growth and revenue. They missed on EPS. I think they reported negative 7 cents per share, but the estimate was about negative 5 cents per share. However, I think definitely the important is revenue growth, and the company is hitting the target. So the company refused to give a revenue guideline for the next quarter, Q3 2021, and for whole year of 2021. But according to Seeking Alpha, their next quarter revenue estimate is $4.2 million, and for the whole year is $16.2 million. Considering that the company has been beating revenue estimate easily so far, I think they will definitely beat that number in the future as well, okay? And if they're successful, they will achieve nearly 100% revenue growth year over year, okay? If they beat that $16.2 million of revenue estimate. So the total loss for this quarter was above $18 million, and that was a bit bigger than everyone's expectation. The total loss for the first quarter was $12 million, and so on for the whole year of 2020 was $38 million. And looking into that number, definitely this year's total loss will be higher than that of last year. We have already hit $30 million in total loss in just 2 quarters, and we're yet to cross 2 more quarters, okay? According to the company, this was primarily due to the acquisition of Lineagen, another company, and increase in number of employees in this company, right? According to the CEO, they hired 37 employees in just this quarter, okay? And they expect that number to continue to grow in the future, but not as big as 37 in 1 quarter. So at this stage of the company's ecosystem, we expect these sort of big losses. The company's main focus right now is not making profit, okay? The company's number 1 priority right now is the global adoption of Sapphire system. And if they accomplish that, the profit will follow through automatically, right? The company's current cash position is $333 million, and I think the company will sustain with that cash for the next 4 to 5 years. So the company installed 13 Sapphire systems in Q2 2021 compared to 6 in the same period last year and 11 in the first quarter of this year. Clearly we can see that the number is rising, okay? Adoption of Sapphire system is getting there, right? According to the company, that is in line with their year-end target of 150 Sapphire system, okay? And that leaves 29 more Sapphire system to be installed within the next 2 quarters. And that is approximately 14 to 15 Sapphire system in each quarter. Therefore the company will have to sell at least 1 more device than in Q2 2021. As the company will install more Sapphire system, the customer will have to buy consumable from the company, okay? And that is something which makes recurring revenue for this company. Consumable is the one which has higher gross margin than that of instrument itself. So the company will make most profit by selling consumables rather than by selling instrument, right? And the company also has rental service for the Sapphire system, because no matter whether the customer wants to buy or rent the device, they will have to buy the consumables. So the genomic market is expected to reach $54 billion by 2025, from $22.7 billion in 2020 at a compound annual growth rate of 19%. So that means, if I'm not wrong, the company currently has less than 1% market share in the genomic industry. Okay, as I mentioned in my previous video, over 70% of the market is covered by Illumina. Okay, and I think Bionano Genomics will definitely absolutely outperform the genomic market and will return much more than that of 19% CAGR. Still, 19% compound annual growth rate is a pretty good return compared to 10% average return of the market. Okay, so finally, it is now time to see whether Bngo stock will hit $120 per share or not. So this article is from Seeking Alpha. It was published just before the earnings. After cleaning up its balance sheet from burdensome debt, shareholders now expect that the newly injected cash will help accelerate the adoption of Sapphire. If the devices gain acceptance, we are looking at recurring revenue in the range between $800 million to $1.6 billion from consumables alone, putting the company's ticker rate $60 per share to $120 per share. This in turn is a 900% to 1900% upside potential from current prices. So that was actually a very good summary from that article, okay, which shows both massive upside potential to a big risk in front. Okay, so the article says if Sapphire gets more acceptance in the future, probably FDA approval in the US, more adoption in Canada, Europe and China of course, then the share price could hit $60 to $120 per share, because their consumable could alone generate revenue of more than $1 billion. Okay, and that is what makes the massive upside potential of 1900%. At the same time, there is a big risk. Okay, the company has been trying this since years, and what if they don't achieve that? So the article suggests to wait until we see a clear sign of progress from the company. So in my opinion, I think there is a huge potential that Bionano Genomics will achieve all those milestones. Okay, considering that the recent success in Europe and many more before, especially the amazing work from optical genome mapping in Belgium. Let's have a look. One presentation in particular from Dr. Barbara Dewey at Leuven in Belgium outlined their implementation of optical genome mapping in a new workflow focused on pediatric ALL patients that was 21 days faster with OGM compared to the traditional methods. So imagine a patient who is being evaluated for blood cancer and then being able to get their results 3 weeks faster than they can with the traditional methods, and how can that impact and change management of these patients? It's really incredible. So looking into all this success from this instrument, I think it will definitely disrupt the old method. And the company has announced that they will have initial prototype of the next generation high throughput Sapphire by the end of this year. Alright, so lastly, I think I'll be very happy even if Bngo stock hits $120 per share in the next 10 years. But I think we're gonna see that sooner, right? And that being said, it is now time to close the video, okay? Thank you for watching until the end. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and give a like. Invest safely as always, and see you in the next video.